Just trying to get to this place was an adventure. We plugged the address into our GPSs, and for whatever reason, it took us to some remote area with a cement plant. Both Jen and I used our own GPSs, and both of them took us to the same location, which, in my opinion, is not a coincidence. But after some driving, we eventually found it, Fort Mifflin.
Don't bend over. That's what she said.
Whisper in the dark place, eyes that pierce the shadow, voice that chills your cold veins, nowhere left to hide, no, no. Running through the silence, echoes in your mind's maze, trapped in endless twilight, can't escape the mind gaze.
Fort Mifflin, located on the banks of the Delaware River in Philadelphia, has a rich and storied history that dates back to the 18th century. Constructed in 1771, it was originally designed to defend the city of Philadelphia against naval attacks. During the American Revolutionary War, Fort Mifflin played a crucial role. In 1776, it was the site of a significant battle where American forces defended the fort against British attacks. The fort's strategic location allowed it to serve as a vital outpost for the Continental Army, despite being heavily bombarded. The defenders showed remarkable resilience, holding out for several weeks before being forced to evacuate in November 1777. After the Revolutionary War, Fort Mifflin fell into disrepair, but was rebuilt and modified in the early 19th century as part of the United States' effort to strengthen coastal defenses. It was active during the War of 1812, although it did not see significant combat during that conflict. In the 20th century, Fort Mifflin served various military purposes, including as a training ground and housing facility during both World Wars. It was officially decommissioned in 1960. Today, Fort Mifflin is a historic site preserved as a museum and open to the public. It stands as a testament to its historical significance, showcasing artifacts and reenactments that highlight its role in American history. The site is also known for its ghost stories and paranormal activities, attracting both history enthusiasts and thrill seekers alike. So during this video, I will be showing you guys clips from our investigation from when we went to go visit Fort Mifflin. Now, some of the footage isn't the best because this was literally my first official investigation, and so I'm still learning when it comes to filming and proper audio techniques and lighting, so please bear with me throughout this entire video. But I will say, we did catch some interesting things, and I did have quite a few validations. To start off our mini investigation, we wanted to start in an area where there wasn't a lot of people. Now, there were a bunch of other investigation groups here, so we picked the Blacksmith quarters, and with that, I did place some cat balls around the area. My dumbass forgot my Mickey REM pod, so all I had to work with were the cat balls and the Spirit Talker app and just channeling. And I did a lot of channeling throughout this entire investigation, so you'll see a lot of that.
This place feels like home. I don't know why.
Home?
Yeah. Gonna get her cat balls out. I don't think we'll need more than 3 cat balls.
Sorry, folks, but I must put my bag up here. So I got 3 cat balls, and I am going to put them in random locations, I guess. I haven't used these yet.
So what do they do?
Okay, so essentially, they're almost like REM pods, they kind of go off when there's any kind of motion or electromagnetic like energy going around them, and they'll go off. Right now I'm holding them so they're moving and so they're going off. But
so once you set them down,
it'll take 20 seconds or so for them to stop blinking. So I'm going to put one. I want one on my hand too, but I'm also going to put one over here. I want it in a spot where it's not going to roll. When we walked in, I was getting a man. He was wearing tan clothes. So that was, is that like considered the courtyard? Like what is that? Okay. So this is considered the blacksmith. Alright, so I want to see if I can pick anything up. I might touch one of the tools. Let's see what actually, you know what would be better? If I blindfold myself and when you guys hand me something random that I don't know what it is.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to know what the object is.
You want to touch this stuff?
Just be careful. So maybe hand me something. Just don't tell me what it is. What's this? This hurts my butt. Here's a chair. Duh. So, one of these guys are gonna hand me an item that I'm not gonna know what it is, which is better because I don't want it to influence what I see. And I will pick up the energy off of it and see. Okay. What it is? It's okay. I'm seeing white glowing eyes, so that's interesting. That is very bright. Alright, hold on. This takes time sometimes. Interesting. This thing looks like a. This is not human, but it's not demonic. You know what it looks like? It looks very praying mantis-like. This thing I'm seeing. Which one? To my left? Are you recording it? Interesting. I wonder if it's because of the airplane. It also.
Well, why wouldn't that one go off? Where does it pick up on vibration sound?
It can pick up on anything. And in some of them, I was seeing like these bug entities. They almost look like spiders. What's biting me? It almost looked like a spider because it had like the one body segment looking thing, and then it had its legs like a daddy longlegger, but there weren't 8 of them. It was like 6. But I feel like I keep getting bit by bugs. So, yeah, there are bug entities. I was seeing the praying mantis one in here. Put this back. I didn't even look at the thing that I'm holding, so thank God. I wasn't paying attention. Alright. Let's see what else. Oh. There's a dark-haired female, and for whatever reason, she's hanging upside down, and she's going like, her hair's like falling down. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like if you're upside down on monkey bars, and like your body's just hanging there upside down, and her hair's like, but she's got dark hair. She doesn't seem like evil or anything. She looks like somebody that likes to pull pranks on the visitors. Like, I'm not getting like that malicious vibe. It's just like, you're here for a ghost tour, I'm gonna scare you kind of thing.
Can you ask the kitty balls questions?
Oh, we can ask the kitty balls. So if you want, we can ask if there's anybody here, and if there's anybody here, can you please set off any of the cat balls? We have one behind me. We have one on the table. We have one over there. Where's the fourth one? I already forgot.
It's over by Hayes.
Oh, in the corner behind Hayes. So if anybody's here, can you please set off the cat balls, preferably when there isn't an airplane going.
One flash is fine.
One flash, just so we know somebody's here. I just heard no. They're like, no. Damn mosquitoes. I'm seeing a female. I wonder if she's the same one I was seeing that was upside down. It's like she would come when they were working in here to bring them like lunch or like food. I hear frogs outside. Okay, there's a spider.
Oh, kitty balls.
Thank you. That is
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
And as you can see, you know, there's nobody around it. Planes aren't going by right now. So, yay. Thank you so much. So the one who just set the ball off, if you're a female, if you're the female I'm seeing, can you set it off again? There's a lot of residual energy, so to pick apart what's residual versus not is kind of hard. Are you a man? Can you set off the cat ball if you're a man? I have so many mosquitoes just flying. So it didn't go off when that airplane went, so maybe it is. Alright. To anybody that's in this area, can you please set off any of the cat balls if you can validate any of the bug entities I'm seeing? That was weird. That was a bird. It just came out of nowhere. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch it on camera?
I think I caught a little bit of it.
Okay. Okay. Keep going blindfolded. The energy in the field where it was clustered in some areas, and I was seeing like those spider looking things feeding off of that energy. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And I think when we were talking about it, that's when the cat ball went off originally. So that's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna blindfold myself again. My eyeliner's gonna smear on my face, but it's fine. Interesting. I am seeing the symbol for Freemasons.
Cat ball's going off.
Cat ball's going off when I talked about Freemasons. Interesting. It's like it's validating when I talk about certain things. Okay, let's see. I don't know what this symbol is, but it almost looks like a bow, like a bow and arrow kind of bow. Ow, ow, ow. Bug. Oh my god. I'm like a buffet for these mosquitoes.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing like this bow and arrow symbol. Oh my god, these damn bugs are like all over me. Okay, so it's like a... I'm gonna put down whatever this is. I don't really feel much of anything lurking around. I mean, there's one thing.
in here, like human, and then the rest are just like bug entities. And it doesn't surprise me because where I was seeing the man is like at that table. And a lot of it there is residual energy, and that's where I see the woman bringing like food. But this is like old. Like this isn't like recent. So much better not getting eaten alive in here. And then once it's dark, I'm gonna go to those stairs. Okay. It's lighter. It doesn't feel very bad. Like nothing here feels bad, like evil or anything. It's more of a heaviness, and this place doesn't feel very heavy. I'm seeing something skeletal, but it's like somebody that's emaciated. I mean, I know back then their prisoners probably were not taken care of properly like they do now. And I'm wondering if this one was a prisoner. But it is a man. He's got like you know how Golem's head has like little sparse hair, like little strands? It kind of like, his head looks like that. And he's emaciated. Is he dressed? No. It also feels like now, I don't know if it's just the location in general or the specific building, but it feels like someone got hurt in the back of their head. Like it feels like it hit concrete or something of that kind of hardness. I'm seeing one of those fancy ornate crosses. It's like, you know, like the spade suit in cars. It's like the ends look like that. So it kind of looks like this. You said this is like the sleeping quarters? Barracks. Barracks, okay. I feel like they did a lot of like prayer stuff here though too. Because I keep getting images of a cross, but I'm also seeing people praying. And I'm getting images of like the Bible. I'm seeing this thing that looks like a four-leaf clover. But it doesn't have a stem. I don't know why, but I'm seeing like a cartoon pig. Looks like that. Okay, so let me see if we get any of these cat balls to go off. If there's anybody here, can you please set off one of the cat balls? All you have to do is go near it or touch it, and it should set one of them off. We have one at each fireplace. There is one on that chair, and then there is one up on that bunk bed. Something like a tunnel, but it's stone. It's made out of stone, and it kind of like leads into the ground. Do we know if there's any places that kind of like lead into the ground? Yeah. It's kind of like, it's rounded too. Like it's made out of stone. It like leads into the ground. I can see in the boat, like the big ship, but it's not like the one outside. It's got like white sails on it, and it's mostly made out of wood. They keep showing me this tunnel, and don't know if did he say anything about underground bunkers?
I don't remember him saying that.
My head is hurting, but it's the residual energy here. None of the cat balls are going on.
I haven't seen him go.
Not in here, really. Yeah, because this place seems lighter than the blacksmith area. There's a lot of energy that is in and out of here. It's used more.
Yeah.
Whereas back there, it like sits.
Yeah. You got Boy Scouts and stuff.
Yeah.
People coming in, it's clearly renovated.
Exactly.
We ended up cutting our time at the soldier barracks short because there wasn't much paranormal activity, if anything, and psychic impressions were very minimal. I wasn't getting very much, if at all, just some pictures here and there. However, after that, we did decide to walk around a little bit, and I wanted my guides to guide me in the direction of where I should go to next. And I kinda, at the same time, was looking around to see if I could find anything that resembled what I had drawn about that tunnel leading into the ground. And this is where we end up.
That's what it was. That's what I was seeing. There's my picture. It's not that great, but... Because I saw the man over here. And it's going in a hill. Duh. No, because the angle from where we were, you can't see that. I hear frogs. I'm under these grounds. Oh. If there is anybody in here, can you please set up one of the cat holes? Please. For favor. See if I can channel here. You will see me. Okay. It says you will see me. Did you like coming in here? I see him like walking through the woods with a lantern. I don't mean harm. Yeah, I never thought you meant harm. Your mom's she's afraid to come in here? I wonder what's down there. What was this area used for? I love the little lanterns. Are those real candles? We have power.
Yes.
Interesting. I like how it just said we have power. As in electricity or like energy? There's a man in this corner. Can you set up this catwalk, please? To my right. He's just standing there. He's kind of just like. He's just standing there. Still. He's just observing. What role did you play here? Trip. So it's like, is it he took a trip here, or did he trip and fall? Can you be more specific?
We're back.
Alright, so while we were changing the battery, it said look to the right, which I said earlier, I see a man standing to the right. So that's kind of good validation that I'm not crazy. I really wanted to set the cat ball off, but I think he zapped the energy from the battery, because I don't feel like he has enough energy to trip the ball. And so I wouldn't be surprised if he does now trip the ball or just zaps that battery. But if we lose this battery, that's all we have left. I'm trying to see, like, what role did you play here? Like, what did you do here? Dark entity here?
Dark entity here.
Interesting. I don't feel that it's malevolent. Like, I feel like when I saw the man earlier, he looked like a shadow figure. And so maybe it's just describing like the physical appearance. But it doesn't feel like evil, like what I'm used to anyway. He seems kind of like, I don't know what the word is, grumpy or grouchy. He's more grouchy. It's kind of like, oh, here we go. There's another person, like another investigator. He's giving me the eye roll. He doesn't want to cooperate really either. I feel like he tries to scare people, but it's not because he's evil per se. I feel like part of it, hunting. I was just gonna say part of it is to gather that energy. So when you have a fear response, it can pretty much produce negative energy, and that's what they feed off of. That's why he's trying to zap the batteries of the camera. And I mean, when you have events like this, it's a perfect opportunity to feed off of people, and that's what this guy does. He doesn't really have much of a role to play now. I don't know what he did back when he was alive, but I feel like right now he just feeds off people.
I understand you.
Yeah. I'm also seeing like web type of energy. It almost looks like a spider web, but it's not. It's energy. And I don't know if I've ever seen that before either. But it's like cobwebs, like energy cobwebs. And it's interesting too, because I don't have a headache in here at all. In the mason or the smithing area, I have a headache. Where we were before that in the sleeping quarters, no headache, and in here I don't have a headache either. But I don't feel anything nasty in here. Just a dude looking for some yummy goodness energy wise.
2 lights.
It's right. 1, 2. There's 2 lights in here, and that's what the spirit talker just said. Interesting. Do you have a name? I'm hearing Carlson, like Carl or Carlson.
The house.
The house? Maybe there was a Carl or a Carlson in the house. I'm not great at names, so I could be completely wrong. I just feel like things are crawling on me. I don't like it. There are parasitic entities though that come for the residual energy, but like if they like you, they can latch on. So before we leave, I don't know if I didn't bring my freaking Palo Santo, but we should cleanse ourselves so we don't get anything coming back. I want to know if there are any bug entities in here. I see webs, but I don't know if they're bug. It says I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued.
There's something large on this land too. I don't know if it's elemental though. I don't know what it is. It's not human. It's not evil. It doesn't feel evil. It just feels like it's.
The man attacks people.
Yeah, Mr. Grouchy over here. I'm not surprised. Oh, he didn't like I said that. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. But there's this. It's got like these legs, almost like a praying mantis, but it's not a praying mantis, and it's brown. And it's big. It's got a weird head.
Yeah.
It's got a weird head.
A man here.
Yeah, I know there's a man here. I'm trying to draw this entity. It could be part of the land though. Like, this is a bad drawing. This is what it looks like. But it's on the land itself of this area, and I think it has to do with the natives that lived here. Because I'm angry. I'm really angry. You're always angry. Okay. Well, let me pick up the cat bubbles.
So the next place we decided to go was another hot spot, and this was the old doctor's office.
So Jen, we're in the doctor's office. So Jen saw I guess, what looked like a doctor. Ooh, mosquito. You were on. So, this is a good area. This area feels very residual, but at the same time, I feel like people have died in this area, like this room. I'm feeling like a head injury. I'm getting head pain.
The graves.
The graves? Interesting. This doesn't feel like the original doctor room. Like, I know it was, but I feel like there was one somewhere else. Like this, or there's another area.
Window.
This room is thicker for sure. It's also hotter in here too.
Pleased to meet you.
Well, thank you. Pleased to meet you too.
History.
History. What's funny is like that stereotypical like, hi. I did see a doctor. Yeah. That's where the hospital is down. Wait, is there another doctor or medical?
Where our cars are parked to the right, so I was seeing the doctor walk to the
Because I was just telling Hayes that this isn't the only place there would be medical.
It was, yeah, down in the park.
I knew it.
So,
That's validation.
yeah. And who else is working a long way to go?
Yeah.
And hand hurdles, just everything.
And I was about to say, like, so you know how, like, men, like, the stereotypical men don't like to go to the doctor and stuff? Well, I'm feeling that kind of energy now. It's like, there's something wrong and they're just too stubborn to get checked out. And they're like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I think I'm okay.
We were executed.
Oh my god, that's so weird. It's like people were here.
Yeah, he just told me that outside.
Oh. Yeah. I feel like I have fever. But it's just the energy here. Maybe the yellow fever people. I mean, if there were prisoners of war, I wouldn't be surprised.
He did say that at the top, at the start of the
Yeah. I feel phlegmy. I don't know what yellow fever is. Is that like a cold or like a upper respiratory infection? Black. Let's see what yellow fever. Yellow fever. Symptoms. Abdomen or muscles. Interesting, because I've had stomach issues all day. Fatigue, fever. Interesting. Stands for. So fever is one. Bleeding, delirium, headache.
What causes
Oh, by mosquitoes.
fabulous.
Fabulous. That's all we're surrounded by. It's saying mostly tropical areas. The water here sits, so that doesn't surprise me.
Once again, he just finished talking about that. We were talking about that.
Oh. Yep, stagnant water. All right. Anybody die in here in this specific building of yellow fever? Because I feel like that right now. Definitely gonna cleanse ourselves when we get back.
Gonna what?
Cleanse ourselves.
Well, surprise, surprise, my ADHD butt forgot to cleanse, and guess what happened? An earthy followed me home. That's why it's important to cleanse yourself after investigations. Don't do what I did.
I'm not really worried about the human spirits tagging along. It's more of the parasitic ones that are lingering around.
Irony at its finest.
Oh, I was seeing men trying to step on mice to kill them. Now I'm getting a weird pain here. Like right below my belly button. It's like a burning sensation. I'm also seeing like this wooded building. It looks like it's a little bit off the ground, like on stilts or some kind of wood. So it's not like directly flat on the ground, but it's like raised a little bit. And it's got like a little porch that kind of wraps around part of the house or the building. And it's like in the woods. Strangely, I'm seeing what looks like a thrower and some guy going like this to kill bugs with the fire. I don't know if it was this building, but it was like there's in a building, and then there's like a little wooden fence that kind of goes around it. I don't know. It just looks like that. I don't know if I've seen anything around here like that. Did anybody die in this room, period?
Carl.
Hey, didn't I pick up that name? With a K. Carl. I got it with a C. Interesting. Carl. Because I got Carl or Carlson when we were in the tunnel bunker thing. I'm
still around.
Oh, so maybe Carl's been following us around.
No, thank you.
Should ask one of the history dudes if they know of a Carl, of like in the records or anything. Carl, did you die here? And when I mean here, I mean like in this location, not necessarily this building.
Stay out the forest.
Interesting. I don't know if you were in and you were talking to the guy, but I was talking to Hayes and was saying how I was seeing this like wooden house thing on stilts, and it was like in the woods in the forest.
Stay out of the forest.
I see a man holding something, but I'm trying to see what he's holding. It's long though. It's like cylindrical.
My heart gave in.
Okay, didn't I ask earlier about heart? And I drew a heart too.
Do you believe we're real?
Wow.
Yes, Carl. Hayes, do you believe that they are real?
You may not be talking to Carl.
Said it was Carl.
You did?
Yeah. He said, I'm still around. I'm seeing a stuffed teddy bear, but a small one. Kind of like the size of a bee.
The others mean harm.
The others are hungry for energy. Because Earthbounds just can't chill, they need to feed off of anybody or anything. But I don't think they're, whatchamacallits. I don't think they specifically need harm. I just think that's like a natural order of things for them to need energy. And it's like not to hurt us intentionally, but they also need it to kind of like interact at the same time. I don't know if they said this because I was not listening on purpose, but I'm seeing like a small like room, kind of like this with a wooden chair, kind of like what you're sitting on over there.
Coffin.
And I see like a shadow, and it just kind of like, instead of being or showing itself as like a shadow figure man, it's just like a shadow that kind of like goes and moves along the walls. And I feel like that area where they're investigating, I feel like that's where it is.
Cabinet.
And there's a cabinet right there.
It watches from the dark.
It's that shadow thing.
So at this point, I start using the Seer app. Now, of course, my phone decided it wasn't going to have enough space, so I was able to keep, I believe, one or two of the photos, and I will show them. But because I was trying to screen record with the Spirit Talker app, it screwed everything up, and I lost all of that. So, yeah, that's why I'm trying to have captions for everything, because I lost a lot of stuff.
Is Carl in there with us? Oh god. Oh my god. The light went out. Is the camera still filming?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh no.
Something weird.
Oh my god.
Carl, are you the guy in the picture? Or you that pig looking thing? Oh, my face. Okay, hold on. Thanks. That's so weird. Because it drew a little piggy and it like, in that picture was a weird looking pig. Did they hold livestock here at all? Like, did they hold like farm animals like pigs?
I don't think so.
I don't know why I was seeing a pig. Unless it's like a wild boar thing. Carl, do you know the answer to that? Does the airplane sounds annoy you? Because it would have definitely annoyed me.
Yeah, there's a lot of pig bones here.
Okay, because I was like, why
Quite
am
a
I?
lot of oyster shells. I mean, they ate good.
Yeah, because I was getting a pig, and then I kept getting symbols like I don't know. I know that's Egyptian, but like I don't know what that could be. I was getting like crosses.
Building next to the flagpole, the mess hall, that was also the chapel.
I was wondering where the church would have been because
Yeah.
I feel like there was one.
Yep, the church.
Kept
I
seeing.
don't know if there's any Masonic symbols. I don't know.
I picked one up,
Okay.
a Freemason symbol.
Yeah. Yep, definitely.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah, when we were at the Smith area, I was picking up the Freemason symbol.
all right, good.
And then this cross thing that looks like it had spades at the end. Not quite sure what that would be.
Well, maybe French.
Oh. And like a clover, 4-leaf clover looking thing. I did see an entity, but it's on the land and it's not just here, it's just like this area of like Delaware County.
All right.
But when we were talking about it, the cat balls went off. But I mean, we didn't get very much where we were at, but I was getting more impressions than like physical activity.
Good. But yeah, some of this, like I say, that cross with the thing, that could be a French or something.
Okay.
Could be I mean, different battle flags. You know,
Mhm.
with being flown with the, with the British and the French.
Did they ever find like a stuffed brown bear or like a stuffed bear?
There's been stuff left.
Because I was getting a stuffed like bear, like this big.
Yeah, we've had people leave some stuff for the kids. Little dolls and bears and things that at the one when the second floor of the officers was open, we had found a bunch of stuff left for the kids up there.
I also got like a bow and arrow symbol.
Well, this was Lenape.
Oh, the natives.
We've had I found a bunch of Native American tools. You wouldn't have that here.
What about like a dark-haired female? She was hanging upside down, but it didn't feel like I don't know. I don't want to say it was to be malicious or anything. I feel like they know people come here for tours and they kind of want to give them an experience kind of deal.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like malevolent. It just was like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, see, before anybody comes, I walk around and talk to the spirits, and I told them, since we haven't had anything going on since June.
Yeah.
Come on out and try to scare the hell out of everybody. So, we have a female. We have quite a couple. We have one notorious female that's seen around. So, yes, they took my word for granted.
And then I was seeing a shadow thing, but it wasn't in this building. It was one of the main areas where they get the most activity, where it's like the shadow kind of like follows the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's normal.
Okay.
Down in the casemates, you get a lot.
Yeah.
In the walls. Yep.
So, between the loud, obnoxious airplane sounds, the non-stopping bugs, the camera malfunctions, the batteries draining, and a whole host of other things, we decided to end our investigation somewhat early, but also everyone else seemed to be leaving too, and we didn't want to hold anybody up and make them stay there longer than they really needed to be there. And honestly, the airplane sounds were probably the most frustrating part of this whole thing. And now I understand why many people don't investigate here. It's because it's really loud. And I will say this. At first, I thought the airplanes coming in and out would be the things that tripped, like the cat balls and the REM pods and things. But that actually wasn't true. Like, yeah, it happened one time, but I feel like that was coincidence. And the rest of the time the airplanes were coming in and out, the cat balls did not trip. So for anyone who wants to say, oh, it's because of the airplanes were setting them off, guess again. And also, we didn't have a lot of like physical activity caught on camera. And a lot of what I had picked up was more psychic, and with the cat balls here and there like validating that, and then getting most of the validation through the paranormal investigator guide that was there with us. So it was an okay experience overall. Yeah, like I said, we still had a decent time, and this was our first investigation, and we learned many lessons for the next time we investigate of what to do and what not to do, and maybe we'll have better camera equipment and better audio. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see everybody soon. Peace out.
Deep within the silent dark, I found a flame, a tiny spark.